I would like to welcome to the stream the one and only Princess Headshot and Ryjax. There we are. No, wait, that's the wrong one. There we are. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I just set this up on my stream deck, and I'm literally failing everything already. It's been 10 seconds and everything is a fail. But who gives a shit? Fuck this podcast, okay? I don't care if it's garbage. We're here to just talk and have fun and pick the little minds of Princess Headshot and Ryjax. Obviously, Princess Headshot has a smaller mind because she's Danish. Her brain size is tiny, and Ryjax's brain is like, dude, it's like his penis, man. It's like fucking huge, dude. Fucking huge. But yeah, so today we will be discussing mixer pushing, full-time streaming, the just chatting section, favoritism, and brand risk on Twitch as well. And as I said, accompanied me are Princess Headshot. Princess, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? What have you been up to today so far, Princess? You just been dreading this awful podcast so far? Oh no, oh my god, you guys were muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Alright. So sorry, say that one more time.
I said that I've been sitting here and waiting for you all day, just sitting in front of my computer. No, I've been playing some games of CSGO with my community today, actually.
And you lost all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Silver Nova, Silver.
It's going
Gold
downwards
Nova.
at least. But yeah. That's how it goes. I need some boosting.
If you want a good game that you want to play with your community, Deceit is a free game on Steam that's a lot of fun. I've been playing that with my friends the last couple of days. It's so fucking funny because you literally trust no one and everyone is a liar all the time. It's a fun game. Like if you download and play it, it's amazing. So yeah, do try out that. And of course, we are accompanied by the sexy, the beautiful, the amazing Ryjax, of course. Ryjax, my man, my brother from another mother, you know.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
How you doing, Ryjax? What have you been up to today as well?
I'm doing good, man. I just woke up. I've been having so bad sleep. I've been busy all day long, basically. Just doing a lot of stuff, man, with editing and everything else. Been a long day.
Yeah, exactly. I saw you had a YouTube video that you released late last night, or was it this morning? I saw it when I woke up, at least.
It was 12 o'clock last night, right when I was finished, and I was like, now I'm finally done. And then I just slammed completely on the bed and just like wiped. It took me so long to fix it. But then I released it yesterday at night, late at night.
All right, awesome, man. They're saying that there's some audio differences between me and the guests. We'll up both of you, and hopefully this should be better.
They can't hear my sexy
Oh
voice.
my what? Freaking god, that is so loud now. I hope that this is better at least. It's hard finding like the technicalities of everything. Like I haven't done this in a long time, and I don't really know how to do most of this. But hopefully this will be better now, at least.
I'm very sorry that I killed everyone's ears. Very sorry about that.
There we go. I think this is better at least. I think this will be better. I do know that my microphone is very loud, and I will have to fix my microphone issues sometime in the future. Does this feel better for everyone out there? This is something I will have to figure out better in the future. I'm very new at this, and I didn't know how to set it up properly. How does everyone feel? Do you feel like this is better? All right, this is good. Very nice. Of course, I'm a shitty streamer and a shitty podcaster, and I have all my topics on my phone because the way that I have this stream set up is that I can't do anything on my monitor for the cameras to be shown. So I can't do anything with my monitor, so I'm just gonna have to go with this. So the first topic that we have today is, of course, the Mixer pushing. Mixer is currently picking up a lot of streamers. There's a lot of deals going on. People are talking about a lot of dollar bills being paid to these bigger streamers. We have streamers like Ninja, Shroud, King Goliathan, and recently Ewok as well, being picked up by Mixer. So the thing that I want to talk about is, do you think that Mixer will keep pushing for these streamers, and do you think that, like, what is their end goal? For example, like I saw someone a while ago talk about the reason why Mixer are picking up these streamers now before like streaming grows even more is because like they want to have a foot in streaming early, because Mixer has always been there, but it's never really been that huge really. But now when they're picking up all these streamers, maybe they're really getting their own footing. And if they keep doing that, just imagine they paying like $10 million, for example, to Shroud now. In 10 years, that investment might be really huge, because in 10 years, Mixer might be one of the biggest streaming platforms that exists if streaming become even bigger. So do you guys think that they're going to pick up more streamers? For example, Princess, do you think that they're going to keep pursuing streamers, and are they going to keep hitting these large streamers with massive deals? What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think they're gonna do that as long as Twitch is not hitting something back at them. Right now, Twitch is not doing much to keep any of them on Twitch platform, and I think Mixer is doing a really, really good job at getting people over to their platform, and by doing that is getting the big streamers. So every small streamer and watcher is coming with them, you know. So that's a really good way of doing it, and I think they're gonna keep doing it until, you know, something else happens, of course.
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
agree. I mean, like when you look at what everyone is saying and the word around the street is that like either Twitch are just not trying at all, or they're not matching their deals and being like, oh, we will offer you enough good stuff to stay here.
Yeah, yeah.
It feels like Twitch might be not doing the right idea here. Like they're losing some of their top streamers, and the word around the street is that there's more people coming over. Right, Jax, do you think, for example, some of the bigger streamers that still exist on Twitch, for example, Dr. Disrespect, or maybe someone like XQC or someone like that, do you think that someone like that would make the move if they're offered enough money?
Ooh, it's very hard. I would probably say yes. I mean, who, like, imagine if someone just gives you like, it depends how much they really earn, like, but I think like if someone just grants you like $10 million just
Yeah.
right in front of your face, I mean, it's very hard to say no. Like, let's be fair about that. Nobody would really say no to such a deal like that. I mean, from there you can just do whatever you want, wherever you want. I feel like if you get a partnership for Mixer, but I mean, if it was for me, at least in terms of that, I might have gone for it, obviously, but it would be a very hard consideration to just transfer in general for a new platform. For me to get used to a new platform and everything else, and like
Yeah.
kind of start on a new way, is very hard for me because I really have to get used, or who knows. I don't know. But for XQC and all that stuff, Dr. Disrespect, I think they would do it. I think honestly they would do it.
Yeah, I
100%.
agree. Like you say, like if someone just put a bag of like, here's $10 million to go over to Mixer and be more chill and have more opportunity to do whatever you want. You don't have to be pressured really. I mean, like even though all these big streamers and everyone, they have their communities and everything, and they don't want to sell out, but I mean, like most people when they're given that opportunity will probably take it. To be honest, it depends, I guess, if Twitch would make a counteroffer and how much Twitch are willing to make these people stay. I personally think that Twitch would probably want to keep some of these people around. But then again, if you look at what Twitch has been doing recently, they're not really helping a lot of these streamers either. They're not really helping them, and they don't seem to be offering them either anything to stay. Like Shroud was one of Twitch's like most proudest and like most golden members. I feel like Dr. Disrespect has had his upsets and like things that has happened on Twitch and his controversial stuff. But Shroud has never done anything, and they still let him go so easily. It feels like I just don't understand Shroud going over to Mixer so easy without Twitch doing anything to keep him around. It feels really weird to me. Ninja, I definitely saw it more coming, because Ninja, I feel personally, he's a very big sellout, and he grabbed that cash as fast as he could, baby. Easy money.
I mean, that's true. I have to agree. After seeing like in the latest events before he made the switch to Mixer, it started to get even more obvious the more it started to come.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then bam, it just happened, and everybody just was like, mind blown. Whoa, like nah, man. If you just noticed, it would have happened sooner or later, and obviously at that time he was still like the most biggest pop off there in Twitch when it came to Fortnite and everything else. So that was the huge deal.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You could notice, like, the last few months before there, he was talking a lot about that stuff, and you would notice that he was kind of not feeling Twitch overall. Like, he was having a lot of upset moments where he was angry at like different things happening and like not everything not going his way. It felt like, but at the same time, it's so weird because when you look at how much Twitch did for him, like the whole New Year's Eve event and like them really pushing him out towards everyone. It's like, this is the biggest streamer in the world. He's on Twitch. He's our streamer and everything. And for them to let him go as well just feels really weird. But I don't know. I guess Mixer just kind of blindsided that one, being like, here, take this money, come over quick, right? Maybe Twitch didn't really had a say in the matter. I don't know. But I heard personally that there was something about Ninja wanting to expand his brand a lot more, like his personal brand, and Twitch was kind of holding him back in that sense. And that's why Ninja left. And obviously, as soon as Ninja left over to Mixer, the Adidas deal came in and all that stuff. And you can notice that like he's taken a lot less time streaming and a lot more time pushing his own brand, which is why I also think he did it as well. So yeah, it's a lot of different things that can matter, I guess. But for most people, I think grabbing that money would just be numero uno.
Yeah.
I would believe so, yeah. I mean, if that statement would lie, or any of those rumors to be true, I can kind of imagine that it would actually happen.
Yeah.
That is somewhere in the background. You never know, like, but I definitely would believe so at least.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, we currently have Courage JD as well going over to YouTube very recently as well. So now YouTube is getting a part in the mix as well. And they're like, hey, man, we got to get some streamers here as well. Like, we're dying over here. It feels like we don't have anybody. So if you look, for example, if we would take 10 years ahead, where do you think we would be? Like, would Twitch still be number one? Would it be split with Mixer? Would YouTube like be able to catch up and become the number one? Because YouTube, I think, still has the platform for it. YouTube is one of the biggest websites in the world, and if they focus a lot on their live streaming and gaming parts, I think they could grow a ton. They just haven't focused so much on it. Rydex, for example, where do you see in 10 years? Like from 1, 2, 3, which one would you think is the biggest, the medium, and is the smallest between Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube?
Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. All right. I would. It's quite hard. I mean, there's one thing I can agree. There will be a lot more competition because, like, it has officially like started now.
Yeah,
That
for
there's
sure.
more competition, and people are very more interested to try out more stuff. So right now, I feel like that's kind of it. But I think still Twitch, in some way, would be number one, but still would like minorly less. I think like a
Yeah.
little bit more less because who knows what more can pop up at that time. Number two, I think Mixer might come. It really depends what they're gonna do, but I believe that Mixer would rise up because a lot of things are happening right now,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
YouTube would still be the third one for me because there's a lot of things going on with YouTube with the streaming, the rules going on, and everything like that. In terms of the recent events that everybody has been seeing, what's happening. So I think YouTube would be at least the third one, but definitely like Twitch and Mixer and then YouTube.
Yeah.
That's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I agree. Like you say, like if Mixer keeps pushing, they're definitely gonna get up there eventually. Still, Mixer is a pretty small platform, but if they keep pushing like this, you never know when they're really gonna be able to take that like leap and be able to come like a real actual competitor to Twitch. Princess, what do you think? Do you think
Yeah.
Mixer will be able to catch up to Twitch, or Twitch gonna
I
be numero
think
uno?
definitely you say 10 years from now,
Yeah, 10 years.
I think it would be like a 50-50 between Twitch and Mixer. And I don't think YouTube has what it takes to be a streaming platform. I think mostly what people go into YouTube for is videos and not
Yeah.
streaming. And I don't think they want to go away from that, but they also want the other part. I think they're at a place right now where they maybe don't know what they want, but they still want to expand. So I definitely don't see YouTube in that streaming category in the future.
Yeah.
But definitely Mixer and Twitch are going to be 50-50. That's what I see, at least.
Yeah, for sure. Like you say, YouTube do have the videos and everything, and Twitch has been
Yeah.
trying to push videos lately, but I see that Twitch is like really letting go of a lot of their video stuff. If you notice, you can
Yeah.
upload highlights and you can upload your own videos to Twitch, but no one watches them. No one gives a shit about them.
No.
So I agree. I feel like YouTube should just focus on their videos and fix them, because a lot of people are having issues now with demonetization and not their videos even showing up for people. So YouTube should probably fix their main part first. Like, they're having issues with the videos. Fix that and see what happens later. And Twitch should just focus on being the number one platform in terms of streaming. But like I say as well, I definitely think Mixer has a shot. Because what Mixer is willing to do right now is that they're willing to spend a ton of fucking money. I mean, like, they're just spending money all over the place, and that's definitely going to help them. But the only thing that Mixer still needs to do is they need to fix their platform properly. You still don't have clips. The partnership and the monetization on Mixer is still weird. And Twitch still has one of the biggest things, I would say, which is Prime. Twitch Prime is such a big part of bigger streamers, and like, the fact that you can just have Amazon Prime and then have Twitch linked to that, you can get games and skins and everything. It's a big deal for people staying on Twitch as well. And Mixer, they did start something with like Xbox and Microsoft Store and all that shit, but it doesn't really seem like it's going to combat Prime in any way, I think.
No, and I don't know how it works on Mixer, honestly, but I feel like Twitch did a really good job with the affiliate program. Keeping the small streamers on Twitch still getting paid instead of having to wait for a partner that maybe never would happen.
And Twitch was really smart with that move as well. In a way, like, everyone can get affiliated pretty easily, and then you're still kind of stuck on Twitch because you can't do stream anymore, like Twitch and YouTube and Mixer at the same time. You're not allowed to do that anymore, so people get kind of forced to be stuck on Twitch. It's a smart move by Twitch as well in that sense.
Yeah.
And like you say, I know recently I've been looking into it, and Mixer apparently has some partnership program that you can just sign up for as long as you're just 18 years old or something. Like, it's not really anything special. Like, you don't need any form of followers or viewership. You just need to be 18 years old, sign up, and then they will give you a form of bits. It's like Mixer's equivalent to bits. It's not subscriptions. And it's not ad-based from what I know. Do you know more of this, Rajax, perhaps?
I think, if I heard it, it wasn't about viewership, was it? It wasn't about viewership, was it?
Yeah, not viewership, not followers.
It was the way you're marketing yourself out there.
Okay.
Really. I think it was something, I heard about this.
Yeah.
This contract, or whatever it was. So I think it was more, they were really looking into you and how you were doing things and stuff like that. So that's like how they kind of determine you if you're actually the right guy for this.
Okay.
So I think so. At least that's what I might be wrong, but I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, and from what I've heard as well, it's only Embers, which is their equivalent to bits. So there's no subscription still. But I know some other streamers have subscriptions, so I still don't understand the system. I think they're changing it up a ton, and they don't really know what they're gonna do right now. And I don't think it's the right time to start pursuing all these bigger streamers when you don't really have your own platform on lockdown. Like, they don't have clips yet, which is a big part of Twitch. Like, clipping is so important, and it's super huge to spread streamers around and just show a funny clip of your favorite streamer to some friend. It's super easy. But Mixer still don't have that. They still don't have their partnership and monetization in order. So I feel like in a couple of years, if Mixer really does everything right, they get everything right, and they take the steps necessary to really fix their platform and then start pursuing, I definitely think Mixer has a shot on becoming the actual real rival against Twitch, for sure. Because Twitch lately, they have been fucking up, and they're fucking up a lot on many, many subjects. Like the whole Ninja controversy, for example, pornographics being shown on Ninja's platform after he's moved over to Mixer. That's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen from such a big company. I'm like, Twitch is fucking owned by Amazon, and they let shit like that happen. Like, how? It's so fucking stupid. So, I mean, like, if Twitch keeps fucking up and Mixer keeps doing good, you never know where you're going to be in 10 years. Yeah. And Mixer obviously backed up by Microsoft as well, and fucking shit like that. Like, they still have a great company backing them up and pushing them forward in the end, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
the next thing I want to talk about as well is full-time streaming, and obviously we have two people here who does not full-time stream, but I guess you are interested in full-time streaming in the future. Princess, for example, you have been streaming a lot more lately. I've noticed. How many
Yeah.
days per week do you stream?
I stream 3 days a week, and then I work part-time at my job 3 times a week as well. So it's a little bit more work than full-time in all, but
Yeah.
I am trying for going for part-time streaming for now until I have the income for anything else.
Do you feel like it's stressful to do part time and do part time Twitch? Do you feel like you should push your Twitch more, or do you feel like it's getting too stressful and you want to calm down a little bit with Twitch? Because I noticed lately you've been streaming 3 to 4 days per week. Like I say, you have a schedule on 3 days per week, but I even see you do like some extra sometimes, and I've seen you go for like 9 and 10 and 11 hour streams lately.
Yeah.
Do you feel like do you feel like it takes a lot of energy from you and everything around you, like your social life as well?
Definitely. I don't have that much spare time as I want. And when I'm then not streaming, I'm most of the time sitting with something for the stream because I want to
Yep.
be prepared as possible, and new stuff and content and whatnot. And it's definitely stressful. It is. But I also feel like I have a job that is very, very flexible. I am a freelancer, so it means that I can move days around if I have an event I want to move in, or I feel like I'm in a really good place right now, and I feel supported in it as well. So that's a big factor for me
Yeah.
to keep pushing that.
That's good that, like, I've noticed as well your community is really backing you up lately, and you guys are having a ton of fun and playing all kinds of different games.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's hard to balance everything, and
Yeah,
like you
definitely.
say, the thing about streaming is that if you're not live streaming, you're probably doing something for the stream still. You're still watching another stream or networking or getting things prepared, or what are you going to
Yeah.
do next stream, and what's going to happen and what games will be played and what's going to happen in a month. Are you going to set up an event? There's always something going on in the background, and it's really tough
Yeah.
to do all those things.
You have to balance it at
Yeah,
least.
exactly.
No
And
hardship.
Rydex, you recently took a break from streaming. You said that you were feeling great. You started working out a lot more, and then you came back. So, how did it feel like taking a break for a while, and then
Boy,
coming back again? Like, do you feel like you're coming back to before you took the break again, or do you feel like you're better at balancing now when you took some time off to really reflect on everything, or do you feel like you're just back to how it was before, or did you feel like you learned something from that break on how to manage your time better?
well, basically, like now I definitely know how to handle more with my streaming ways and everything else that makes me feel happier right now,
Yeah.
and to make it even better for me during this path. But during my time when I had my break, I was always working out, changed my diet completely,
Yeah.
and just went for this training mode and just like see what happens when I just don't do gaming and streaming in general, and now taking a break. It was nice. I mean, I'm still training, a little bit minorly now on the weeks and stuff like that. But man, nothing happened much when you don't stream anymore or game at all.
Yeah.
Like it has such it made an impact in my life now for 2 years now almost, that it just feels like it's impossible to do it well, because many people, like during while I was at break, were calling me every day, were messaging me every day and say, please, Ryan, just come back. I can't, like, it's not the same without you, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not the same without you, dude. Like, I want you back. Like, really want you back. And there was a lot of people wrote this. So yeah, I just had to make a reconsideration, and then I realized, like, if nothing much happening in life, maybe this is the thing for me to really work it out more in my life. Before I did take the break, I was feeling like an absolute full-time streamer when I was doing all of this stuff, like really hard content creation to do
Yeah.
it on a daily basis. But eventually that would burn yourself out,
Yeah, for sure.
and you will be wiped. Then you have no energy anymore, and then you have no idea what to do anymore within streaming, so you just feel clueless in the end. But
Yeah.
that break really got me reflecting on everything when I've been doing this. So now I just feel a lot more happier, more healthier, definitely more healthier now. And it's just great now as it is.
Yeah, like you say, if you do push yourself a ton, you can definitely burn out. I remember my first year
Oh
of
yeah.
streaming, I burned out pretty hard because I was full time working and I was streaming as much as I could all the time. And then you just hit a point in life where you're like, bro, like 2 weeks off right now would be so nice.
Mm.
But it's rough as streamers and all like social media content creators and everything is that like it feels like if you take 2 weeks off, it feels like everything will just crumble down. You come back and no one is there anymore.
Oh, by
But
far.
that fear shouldn't be there because like people will always be there. 2 weeks, it can be nice for your viewers as well to just have a 2 week break and just be able to chill as well. But right, Jax, you said that like you were working out a lot more and you were on a diet and everything. Are you still
Mm.
working out? Are you still on a diet, or are you a little
Mm.
bit working out? Like you said, you were working out a little bit on weekends, but are you still on your diet or anything like that? Or
I head more to the gym. I do take like running, some more like cardio and everything else. So I'm doing like a little bit more for that now. I did boxing for what was it, like around 1 2 months now,
yeah.
but I was forced to quit because I was getting too much punched and I started to lose vision one day.
Ah, okay.
When
Yeah.
I woke up from my bed one morning, and then I realized I could barely see anything
Yeah.
on my right left eye, which one it is, because I have one of those, what is it called, side eyes,
Okay.
since you were born. So I was forced to have glasses, but I noticed even when I had my glasses I started to lose vision because I was doing serious boxing and I was getting very punched hard in the face, and usually
Yeah.
most around my eyes. So that just kind of turned down for me and got a little bit moved, but then I went into the gym more, and now just it's the same now as it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Feeling
good.
good.
It's good that you're still like keeping up with everything and everything. But like diet wise, are you still on a diet, or do you feel like your diet changes when you spend so much more time streaming and not so much time focusing on your diet? Perhaps are you still on a diet, or is it like fifty
Nah,
fifty?
I'm 50-50 now, definitely. I did a very hardcore diet, at least like from that I lost from 91 kilos to 85, 84 around there. But once
Yeah.
I reached 85, 84, that's when I really started to get super drained
Yeah.
to the limit. And then I noticed, all right, maybe here I should stop and just reshape from this very moment.
Yeah.
And it just feels better now as it is.
But do you feel like you can still like keep up that while you're streaming and you have your job and everything as well?
I think definitely, as long as you really focus on what's really right. I mean, absolutely, you can definitely take some times off and just like go to the gym or
Yeah.
more important stuff that would be better for your health. I mean, the more better you are, the more better you can just enjoy streaming as well
Yeah, for sure. Like
and keep up with other stuff.
Sure.
a good diet is a part of like a ton of stuff. A lot of people who read into this or do it a lot say that like if you're on a good diet, you just feel healthier and you feel happier. Like you wake up with more energy in the morning, and that can push you towards just having better streams or having more energy for streaming or anything. But I feel like personally, like having a diet or working out and all that stuff is hard when you push streaming so much. Like you have a full
Oh,
time
it's
job, you
horrible.
come home and you're like, okay, do I work out now or do I stream? And then you're like, well, I'm going to stream and then I'm going to go to bed, and then you skip the workout instead. It feels like I did that during my 1 or 2 years before I full time streamed. Like it was so hard to do all of these things alongside with having a social life and all that stuff. Do you guys feel like your real life friends? Like, do you guys feel like you have less time for real life friends and everything like that as well? Princess, for example.
Yeah, yeah, in a way, but I feel like I also get support from the real life friends towards the streaming. So they're kind of part of it, but I definitely miss the times where we just, maybe spend a week of just, nothing else than
Yeah.
just each other. Um but yeah, I can definitely feel a difference
Yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
like, it's
Mhm.
hard. Like, I know you have a husband as well, a princess, and you stream and you work and you have a husband and you want to have some alone time, and then you got to fit your friends in there somehow. It's very hard. I know personally
It
for
is.
myself, like, my friends can get very tiresome of me sometimes being like, hey, I'm going to stream today. And they're like, dude, weren't we going to hang out today, bro? Like, what the fuck, man? Always stream all the time. And it's very hard, definitely.
It's
Uh,
hard to prioritize because you don't want to.
yeah,
You don't want
exactly.
to prioritize the other thing for the other because That's not how it works.
Yeah, like I want to hang out with my friends, but then I'm like, I also want to stream at the same time, and
Yeah.
like, well, I don't want to ditch one or the other. It's rough for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so another topic that we have as well on that thing is growth as well. What do you guys feel about like growing on Twitch? We all have been here for a while, um, and what do you guys feel about growth? Like, do you feel like it's somewhat hard or easy to grow on Twitch? I know none of you have really tried out Mixer YouTube, so you don't know that, and neither do really I. But do you feel like it's hard to grow on Twitch, and do you use a lot of tools for trying to grow on Twitch or outside of Twitch? Princess, for example, I know you stream a ton of CS:GO, so you're building up a CS:GO community and you play a ton with your
Yeah.
viewers. Do you
Yeah.
feel like it's hard playing CS:GO and trying to grow? And do you use any other tools for growing in that sense as
I
well?
mean, I just started using Twitter, but
Barely, I must say, barely using Twitter.
I'm there. I'm looking. I just, yeah, okay. No, I think it's really, really hard to grow on Twitter. No, sorry, Twitch, because they don't have the same search possibilities as you can say YouTube have. You can search for a word and you get a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
You cannot do that on Twitch. You have to search for either a game or a specific streamer. And if you're always in the bottom with no viewers in a game that everyone is playing, you're not going to grow unless you do something outside of Twitch.
Yeah.
Or network through Twitch for others.
Twitch
That's
did.
definitely
Yeah, sorry. You keep going.
networking is definitely a tool that I'm using a lot.
Yeah. Twitch did recently add the tags though. And that was like their sort of thing of being like, oh, this is how we're going to do like YouTube. You just search a tag and find everyone. But have you ever searched a tag yourself, or do you know anyone who searches tags?
Nope.
Ryjax, have you ever heard of anyone using a tag, Ryjax?
I gotta admit, no.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone.
I mean, like,
No.
I understand that Twitch adds it because they're trying to help, but like everything they do, it still doesn't help. They're always saying like, "Oh, we're gonna help smaller streamers. We have these recommended channels now." I barely click those. I haven't seen anyone
Yeah.
click those for myself either. And these tags as well, and anything. And it's sad to say, but like all these things that Twitch keeps adding is useless. It doesn't help anyone grow, I feel like. And like
No.
you say, it's a vast competition as well. If you're at the bottom of the list, tons of streamers. If you manage to get one person to click on your stream, then you have to capture that viewer and make them stay there.
Yeah.
And it's so hard because it's really a combat of viewership against everyone else. It's really tough. And then along with a combat of viewership, it's content as well. Because if you have really good content, like you're one of the funniest streamers ever, but if you have 0 viewers, ain't nobody gonna find you. You're never gonna grow. Shit. Like, it's so hard. What do you feel on this, Ryjax? You play a ton of different games. I've seen you go from playing fun games, like I think you played Pummel Party not too long ago, or something very similar. I'm pretty sure I saw you play that. But that was like 6 months ago, I believe. And you are currently playing Guild Wars 2, and you've been from Fortnite and Minecraft and all that stuff. How do you feel, depending on what category you're in, depending on what game you're in, how do you feel like growing is if you're in a bigger game or a smaller game?
I think, in my experience, like bigger games to smaller games, there's no really too much different. I mean, many people say like, oh, you should start at smaller games because you get like this very recognition, everything else like that, because there's not so many people. And then then they start seeing this streamer stream this game than any other streamer would do and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I can say it. That's true. But for me, when I played Fortnite or any kind of games like that, Guild Wars or whatever, for me it didn't seem like it mattered because it just depended on like the way you market yourself. Like what like
Yeah.
what does the viewer think of you? What are you gonna do to make that viewer like get to know you or something like that? So for me, when I stream Fortnite, I stream Fortnite like since the very beginning of days, and just I grew from there. And then I all of a sudden played Minecraft out of the blue, and then it's still like people came by, a lot of people and everything else. So it's just the way you are as a streamer and the way you market yourself out there on Twitch platforms.
Yeah, definitely.
So it doesn't really matter where you're going to be streaming, whatever game. I think people should just play whatever the game they want, and if you want to focus on that game, then yeah, focus on the community and everything else.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said as well, you don't really think it matters too much if you're in a smaller game or a bigger game. And that's
No.
true as well because, like you said, some people told you, like, you should do a smaller game, you're going to be recognized and everything. But the reason the game is smaller is because there's no viewership for that game. So maybe there is no growth to be gained from that because maybe no one's just watching the game. And that's the struggle as well. You try a smaller game, maybe not that many people watch it, so you're still not going to grow. Try a bigger game, you are stuck in a big directory against other people. But like you say, in the end, it is how you market yourself. It is, I would say, most of the time is based on content as well. I've been talking a lot about it lately. If you make people come into your stream and they watch you, what is the reason they're going to come back next time? And every day that you're live, that they're going to open up your channel. They need a reason to be there and want to hang out and everything. So yeah, growing is definitely hard in that sense, and it's a lot on you to just provide, you know.
It's a very long process, I would say, and a lot of time building up together with your people and all that stuff. For example, when I went into your stream for the first time, like for the very first time, you were playing Path of Exile. Had no idea about the game. I had no idea about the game. I had no idea what to do.
No one does.
No one has any. I had no idea what you were doing, but you were so funny and you were so awesome, and I was just so starstruck that like the way you did with the scenes and everything else like that, and the way you were in the stream and everything. I was like, this guy, I'm gonna waste my soul and time on this guy. This guy is fucking amazing. And that's why it made me stay, because I no matter what game you played, like Path of Exile or all the other games that you have been playing, like I just wanted to keep staying because it was so good.
Yeah, I feel like you have two types of viewers. You have the viewers that watch this for the game,
Yeah.
and the viewers that watch this for the streamer.
And it's like that for everyone, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
like everyone has that. If you look at bigger streamers, like I example, look at a ton of big Path of Exile streamers. I can see them play Path of Exile and they have 4,000 viewers, and the day after they're playing some random game because there's nothing to do in Path of Exile, and they have 600 viewers, and that's the people who want to watch the game, and then you have the people who are there for you and the community itself that just want to hang out with all the people that they got to know in the stream and just laugh and whatever and see what he's up to today. You know, their favorite streamer.
Yeah.
And it's that's what a lot of people say as well. Like, you probably should try to capitalize the people who are there for you and your community. But that can be very hard as well, because some people are in the mindset of like, I only like this game. I don't care about anything else for this game. And that's how it is as well. And that's why I feel like switching games can be very hard. Princess, you, for example, how would you think what happened to your stream if you would start playing something that is not FPS based at all? Like, this is my main game now. Like, if you went to Path of Exile, how do you think your community would react to you being a Path of Exile streamer now all of a sudden?
I think they would be very shocked because I don't know anything about that game. and
Yeah,
they know
exactly.
it. No, but I could feel it when I started playing horror games every Tuesday. I could feel maybe people were lurking more. There was not that much activity in the chat.
Oh yeah.
But I kept it going, so now people know that Tuesday is horror games. So the ones that want to join in knows that, okay, today I'm not going to chat because I don't want to get scared today. But that's just another way to grow, is to have a specific schedule for the days you stream.
And I think that's good as well that you label it like Terrifying Tuesdays as well. And like I say, maybe not a lot of people are there, maybe there's not a lot of chat activity, but it's still, to some people, extremely fun, amazing content that you're providing. Maybe there's not a lot of people there that day or a lot of people chatting, but the people who are there might be enjoying that at like extreme like high. And I think so myself as well, that like, yes, sometimes you might do a variety game, not a lot of people are there, but the people who are there might be enjoying the hell out of it because you're playing, like I say, a horror game. And a ton of people love fucking watch everyone just scared shitless, you know?
Yeah.
And I, for example, I love your Terrifying Tuesdays, even though we kind of crash with each other when it comes to horror games, because we both want to play them. So sometimes you come into me, sometimes you come into my channel and you're like, oh, by the way, Burger, I can't watch because I'm going to play this next week. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, it's cool. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's like that as well, but that's fine. Because I mean, like we both love horror games, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so one of the things also that I forgot to ask you guys properly is that ways of growing. Princess, you said you use Twitter. Do you use anything else but Twitter? Instagram?
I use Facebook. I use Snapchat, Twitter.
How do you market
That's about it.
yourself on Facebook or Snapchat, for example?
I don't know much right now. I've had a little bit of a hard time with social media, how to handle it, and I'm still learning how to. I am watching a lot of streamers, what they're doing right now, and what works for them. And I'm still trying to figure out social media because I am apparently an old lady that does not know the internet.
Oh, boomer!
And does
Boomer
not
alert! Boomer alert!
Instagram. Yeah, so that's still something I'm trying to figure out.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I don't even have Snapchat. I couldn't give two fucks about that stupid ass app. Like I hate Snapchat so much. But like, how do you market yourself? Like, what do you do on Snapchat? Do you just have your viewers adding you, and then you just post like, I'm going live now, or is there anything that you and
It's
any
more.
spice that you have? Anything extra?
I am posting a lot from my work. My job is about
Okay.
like big brands and a lot I can show to my viewers that are on Snapchat, of course, just to see what I'm doing in my personal life, really. And
So you use Snapchat more of a not way of growing, but more of an insight, like all your viewers being like, here, you get to just see more of my
yeah,
life.
get to know me kind
Yeah,
of
exactly.
ways.
All right.
Yeah.
And on Facebook, is there anything special that you do there? You just post on your actual Facebook like, hey, grandma, come watch me, please. Need a viewership, bled.
I do not do that, and I don't do it on Twitter either. The going live posts, I don't like it when other people do it because I feel like it's spam. I rather want to I'd rather want to post something that, oh, this big thing is coming up. This is not towards anyone, by the way. This big thing is coming up. Come watch me on Saturday or whatever.
Yeah.
I have just bad experience with just spam going live, and it's so unpersonal, and that's just my opinion. Uh, and a lot of people click on that link because you posted that you're going live, but because I have that opinion, I wouldn't do it myself.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it depends on the way that you market it. Like Rydex started
Yeah.
backing off because I know Rydex posts like almost every day that he goes live. But Rydex, you do it in a different sense.
Yeah.
Like Princess said, like you need to add personality to it. You're really explaining what game you're going to play, and you add a picture to it that you might have altered for the going live post and something like that. And I try to do that as well because, like you say, Princess, there's some people who just put their link like I'm live now every
Yeah.
day. I'm live now. I'm live now. I'm live now. I'm live now.
Yeah.
And that I don't really see a lot of people clicking that. And what I think is weird as well is that when I went to a Twitch event a year ago, I think I was talking to like a bunch of bigger streamers who have like hundreds and thousands of viewers, and they were all saying like everyone like unites like. Oh, by the way, every time you should go live, you should just post that you're going live on Twitter. Everyone's saying the same thing. I'm like, what? Like, like why? Maybe it depends if you're a really big streamer that you can do it, but like for people like us, like you say, it just becomes spam and people are just going to ignore you instead. It just feels weird that like everyone at this event was saying it like, oh yeah, just post every time you go live, just put your link in there, that's it, and just stream. I'm like, hell no, motherfucker, I ain't doing that shit, bruh.
Definitely depends on how many followers you have on that
Yeah.
social.
For example, if you have a big following, then maybe yeah, just being like, oh, I'm going live, then a ton of people will actually click it because maybe that's
Yeah.
their way of knowing that oh, this guy's live now. But for smaller streamers, I definitely don't see that really working out. Right, Jax, I know you're a little bit bigger on social media, like we're talking about the Twitter thing here and everything. Do you use anything else than Twitter as well? Like, do you use Instagram and do you make these bigger posts on Instagram or anything like that as well?
I use Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube mostly as well. Discord, I used to use like way back to connect even more with other people. But like Instagram, I started to use more in the stories and started to post a little bit more. Now the algorithm for Instagram is very very wacky at the moment. I noticed.
Yeah,
Because, like, you get very shadowed or something like that.
Dude, I feel like such a boomer. I can make one post and it gets like a ton of views and a ton of likes, and then I make another post which I think is 10 times better than my other one. Not a single person sees it. I'm like, what is going on here, man? I'm so fucking clueless.
Exactly, because Instagram has a thing for like shadowing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so hard. Like you have to be consistent apparently a lot in Instagram to make it noticed, and that's just annoying as hell.
I talked to a girl who I know from streaming who is like very big on Instagram. She doesn't really get a lot of viewers on Twitch or anything, but she's very big on Instagram. She gets like 500 plus likes every day. And she was like, you have to be extremely active. Multiple posts, like multiple, what is it called, stories per day, at least a post per day, go in and comment and like a ton of other posts and everything. She was like, you have to like live your life on Instagram in order to grow. And I'm like, I don't got fucking time for that. Well, like, what do you mean? I can't sit on Instagram 4 hours a day. Like, I don't want to, and I can't either. But she's like, well, that's what you got to do if you want to grow, right? I'm like,
you want to be popular, right?
Yeah. You want to have tons of likes, right? Likes equals money.
I sell my lung, man. It's not that.
But at the same time, I feel like, are you really growing from it though? Like, have you guys ever felt like you've really taken off anything due to social media? Like, if you post a ton on Instagram, do you feel like 5 people show up next to you and be like, oh, I saw your shit on Instagram? Because I've been doing this for 3 years and I can maybe recall one person coming over from Twitter, perhaps. Like, I just don't see it happening too much. And when you're in the communities that we're in as well, is that like you're combating so many other people. Like, I follow people on Twitter, all streamers. All people that follow me, all of them are streamers. So I mean, like, are you really trying to grow, or like what? Like, it's hard in that sense as well.
I mean, you have to be into watching streams as well. Like, if I found your stream on Instagram, and I've never watched a stream in my life.
There's no way you're clicking that link. Like, that's not happening. You just see the thing on Instagram and you're like, okay, funny, and then you just scroll past because you're like watching Instagram shit. That's very true.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, Dex, you like you said, you've been on social media for a longer time. Have you felt like you've been growing a ton, like when doing Twitter and all that stuff, like a ton of social medias? Maybe not growing a ton, but have you felt like it has had an impact on your stream?
Definitely when it came to Twitter, it did.
Yeah.
Twitter, in the beginning for me, when I went for it for like the first full year, it definitely did. When you started to post a lot of posts, and just being these kind of topics that you would put on Twitter, and just very that people would start just discussing or whatever it would want. So for the first full year, it really made a huge impact for me, at least. Definitely did.
Yeah.
But first, it was definitely Discord that did the first. Instagram, it works sometimes. Many people have recommended it, like put it on your story when you go live, and then people actually start arriving, some of them, and actually say, hey, I noticed on you on Instagram.
Okay.
And the other one is just basically, hey, I found you on recommended channels on Twitch.
Okay.
Which is happening a lot more, I noticed.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, like I haven't really seen the recommended channels myself too much, but it's good to hear that like someone is experiencing some views from that at least, and getting people from that. But yeah, like
Absolutely.
you say, like Instagram is. I mean, like, I'm starting to post a lot more, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not sure if this is helping, but at the same time, like, why not? Like, when I go to bed, like, just fucking do whatever, or like when you wake up, or like when you're doing something, maybe you don't even have to put that much time into it, but doing something is better than nothing, I guess, is what I feel like lately. And another big thing as well that I want to talk about is, Princess, you're not so much on Twitter, so you maybe have not seen this too much. Right, X. One thing that I don't like seeing on Twitter is that, like, I see so many people acting like so fake just for like likes, man. Like I don't know. There are some people that comes to mind, and I like these people. Like I do respect these streamers, and I do like them. But like on Twitter, like I'm like, bro, motherfucker, just one time, don't post something that you really don't mean, or like something that you don't give a shit about just to get likes. Like, please, for fuck's sake. I did it one time on Twitter. I posted one thing once on Twitter. I got like 150 likes and like 50 people commenting. And then I was
Was
like,
it worth it?
but was it worth it? Like, is that really what I want? Because I didn't get to know anyone. I didn't really talk to them ever again, and I didn't see them ever again. And like why did I do it? And I did it because I'm like, oh, this will probably get a ton of likes. And then afterwards I was like, but why? But like, I don't give a shit about this. And there's so many people I see doing that. Do you feel like, how do you feel on that subject, Rydex? Do you don't care? Do you feel like it's nice that they're doing it? Or do you feel like, why, man?
I mean, as I say, it's all a part of the show, and the drama is there. So what? It's like Big Brother all over again. It's like Twitter is such a high school fiesta. It's actually nuts how much it is a high school fiesta when it's all about it, because people love it. God,
Yeah,
people love
dude,
that
people
stuff.
are fucking obsessed with Twitter for some reason. I don't understand it.
They love the drama. They love the high school fighting, and the fake thing is like, I don't know, man. I mean, just grab a pop of popcorn and just like, it's just part of the show basically, and just how it is.
I personally
go
don't
ahead.
see a lot of. I personally don't see a lot of drama. Sadly, I don't know. Everyone
don't.
keeps talking about drama, and you're seeing drama. I'm like, where's the drama, dude? I guess I'm following the wrong people, man.
Yeah, but like the funny part is like when you see the drama, and then you see from like 10 other streamers subtweet about it, like, and it's like, wow, just 10, and then like another 10 people subtweets about it. It's like, all right, so it's gonna be one of the boobs. Yeah.
Yeah, I see a ton of that shit as well. Like, some guy does a controversial topic, and then 10 other people like, I'm pissed about this guy talking about this.
It's
And
all
like,
about the clout.
and sometimes you're like, but just fucking let it go, maybe. Like, why do you have to talk about it yourself?
Clout.
Yeah,
It's all about clout, mate.
and that's the thing as well that I want to get into, that I want to stay this in. Sorry for kind of skipping you in this, Princess, but you do
No,
not
that's
sadly
fine.
have a lot of you haven't been on Twitter for long, and you're very inactive on Twitter from what I can see so far, sadly.
Yeah, it's my own fault.
But one other thing that I want to talk about as well is like, controversial things can make you grow a ton, but at the end, is it worth it or not? I feel like. And do you guys know about the live stream fails Reddit? Princess,
Yes.
I don't think you know about it, Princess. So
No.
the live stream fails Reddit is a Reddit that nowadays, over the past couple of years, have become a shit show of drama and who did what, and we're hating on this person now and we're loving this person now. So usually when you go into live stream fails, you can see a clip about a streamer called Destiny saying the N-word or whatever, and then there's another clip of XQC doing another funny thing. So what happens a lot on live stream fails is that a ton of people can actually grow from it if you're a smaller streamer. So I've seen people that I know personally grow. There was a girl who I used to know. She's called Girl with Yellow Spoon. She's a fantastic, amazing fun streamer. She used to be one of my one of my most favorite streamers to watch back in the day. She would have hilarious content and hilarious clips. And some of her viewers and mods would take the clips and post on livestream fails. And since it was actually good content, livestream fails would devour it and be like, this girl is so funny. And I saw her go from like 20 viewers to 200-300 viewers on average. And then after she blew up there, she started like knowing bigger streamers and she started hanging out with them. And then she just kept on growing from there. And nowadays she has like 200-300 viewers, and she's like become a big thing on Twitter and on Twitch as well. But like, that's the thing, like, it's crazy because livestream fails is such a platform that there's so many people there that if you get the right stuff on there, it can make you blow up.
Yeah.
Rydex, do you watch livestream fails anything yourself, for example?
I did. I definitely did, and I saw many things from there.
Yeah.
I definitely did. So yeah, I've seen some.
And I mean, like, it's crazy when you see some things like that. And like I said, like, most of it is just like, oh, we hate this streamer now, and it's mostly bigger streamers, and like, we love this guy like now. For example, the past year, I see nothing but XQC clips every day because everyone is in love with XQC right now.
I love that.
And I actually don't care because I actually do enjoy XQC as well. I think he's freaking hilarious, and I love watching clips of him. And there's like other people as well that get posted a ton. But I mean, like, it's crazy because I don't think I've had any clips on livestream fails myself. I've had on like the POE Reddit, but like, It's so weird. I had one clip on the Peewee Reddit 2 years ago. So if you go and look at all my clips, I have clips of like 200 views and like 300 views, and then I have like small one with like 10, 20 views. I have one clip with 5,000 views on it.
Jesus.
That literally all that happened was it got uploaded on Reddit. Ton of people watched it, and that's it.
Moly.
That's the power of Reddit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people nowadays are going to Reddit for growth instead. I saw recently, I was talking about this in my stream the other day. There is a guy who streams like every day. All he does is that he clips himself doing things, and he posts all of his clips on livestream fails all the time. So like you can just see a ton of his clips on his channel being like clipped by himself. And then you go and then you find him on livestream fails, like his account. You go click us in his account because you can see on Reddit like what a person does on Reddit. And he just posts clips of himself every single day. And that's like his way of trying to grow. And a lot of people are like, dude, that's fucking dumb that you're like self-promoting so much. But it seems to be working for him. He seems to be getting a ton of views and he's been growing in viewership as well. So, I mean, like, the livestream fails thing is just so weird in Reddit overall. And I feel like, is that the way that you have to do it nowadays? Is like all this social media, Twitter and Instagram, is that just bullshit and just Reddit is the way to go?
I think Reddit is a very powerful. Like, I did not know about it until I posted myself a clip on when I played Realm Royale back in the days.
Did you post it on the Realm Royale Reddit subreddit?
Yes,
yeah, okay,
I did.
Okay.
And I was wondering what the hell was going on because I was the last guy alive on this clip, and there was no one around me. There was one more guy, but he wasn't there. He was actually stuck in the starter area before loading out.
Oh.
So I would lose the game, and I thought he was cheating. So when I posted on the Reddit, many people had a discussion about it, but also I got huge views for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Huge, and I did not expect that. There was like 600 immediately, or like 500, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
It
like
was huge.
You can just blow up instantly. One of my mods recently posted a clip of me on the Subnautica Reddit when I got scared. It was 2 hours and it had like 700 views instantly. Like it's so crazy, and it feels like a lot of people are talking about like, oh, will I ever blow up and everything? And nowadays it feels like, yeah, if you just get the right clip or the right content on Reddit, that's your way to grow. There you go. I even know.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I would just assume that if you post about yourself, I would take that as like big yikes because
yeah, exactly.
Click on that, and
I
even feel weird about talking about my stream and other streamers' channel, and I just that's just a yikes for me. But if it works, that's just very surprising to me.
Yeah. Like you say, and that's so weird because when I looked at this guy, I was like, all he does is just post clips of himself all day. Yeah. How is no one shitting on this guy? Because that's what Reddit loves to do. They either love to love someone or they completely shit on them in the face, completely being like, fuck this person altogether. But no one was shitting on him, and I found it so weird because all he did every single day, clip of himself all day, and I was like, people should hate this guy, and I don't know. But yeah, Reddit is really crazy, and what's going on right now in like streaming and as well and on Reddit as well is that like the way to grow is just talk shit and just talk about other streamers and just react to other people. And I don't understand how people can consume that as well. It's so weird. Like Princess, you should definitely go check the livestream fails Reddit a little bit here and there, like maybe once per week, and just see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing what's happening in the world, and there's some dramas there as well that you maybe not care about. That happens a ton as well. But yeah, I don't know. And there's a ton of memes as well, like fun memes that you can just find out about there as well. But yeah, I don't know. Like, so what you guys need to do right now, okay, listen carefully. After this podcast, you make another Discord call. All your mods. And you say, hey mods, find every single good clip of my channel, go to livestream fails, and make me blow up. I want to have 200 viewers by next Friday, okay?
I would try it. I would actually test it just to see. I would just test it and see how far it can actually reach. I would be... I mean, I would test it just to actually see how far we can actually go from there.
I mean, like, it is really, if you have like good content. One thing as well is that it needs to be fresh. If you just go and post like a 6-month-old clip, everyone's going to be like, this person is literally here just to try to grow from something funny they did 6 months ago. But like, it's crazy. If you would do something hilarious tomorrow and you were like, dude, this is the most wholesome or the funniest clip of all time, up on Livestream Reddit, and before you know it, you could have 20,000 views. I once posted a clip on Livestream Fails of another streamer that I used to know. You guys know on Reddit, you get karma if people upvote your post. I had 0 karma. The guy that I posted had 1 viewer. I posted his clip. He was IRL streaming on a bicycle in town, and a like Lamborghini just flew by him like 200 kilometers per hour, and like 5 cop cars just flew by him as well. He almost got hit by the car. Like he almost could have died basically, and he was IRL streaming on his phone, or like on his bicycle.
Oh.
Put it on Livestream Fails, 200,000 views.
What?
Yes.
Holy moly.
Shit you not. It's
That would
fucking
definitely be-
wild.
That's
Definitely
crazy.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Definitely
like
would be
that
on
shit
the
is
live stream videos.
wild. How fucking big you can blow up. But I mean, like the guy is not really a fun or good streamer if you ask me. So I don't think he gained a lot from it. Just that he has like a big clip with a lot of views. That's it. But that's the thing as well. Like no matter what you post or anything, if people come into your next stream being like, "Oh, I saw this clip of Princess. She was so fun," and then they come in and then they might not enjoy it, then you can't capitalize anything on it. So you still
do
need
it again.
content, you know. Yeah, exactly. You're like, what? The first clip didn't work? More clips! Clip more, bitches!
Want to do it? I'd do it again, man. Watch this.
You just start staging shit like, oh man, I'm gonna fall from my chair on purpose. Being like, oh, holy shit, I'm about to fall down, boys. Be ready to clip, y'all.
Oh man, that would be so fucking.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's some also like wholesome and fun stuff on Livestream Fails as well that is really hilarious. So I do browse it a ton. There's a ton of shit that I just go past, and a ton of shit that's actually fun. But it's interesting seeing what's happening there. So yeah, do keep that in mind, Princess Ryjax. 2 months. I want to see you have 200 viewers. Okay,
Oof.
Problem. I gained that clout.
Roger that.
easy. All right, now another thing that I want to talk about, and this is something I have streamed on Twitch for 3 years, and this is something I haven't really talked about for a long time, and this is a very controversial topic, and I don't want you guys to hold back on this. Like, I understand that like maybe sometimes you don't really want to say what you want to say because it is a controversial thing that you have to say, but just be honest about this. I would prefer if you guys were honest about this because it's the first time I'm going to talk about it as well, I do believe. So, a lot of things that has been happening on Twitch lately, as we all know about, is the thing that everyone likes to call booby streamers.
Oh.
Okay, so the thing that I want to talk about this is not really what everyone else says. It's like, oh, this girl is showing tits, she's stealing my viewers. I don't give a shit about that. Like, I don't fucking care if some girl is showing like cleavage or whatever. I don't give a shit about that. And if some guy's pissed about that, then I don't give a shit as well. He can be pissed all he wants. I don't have to give a fuck about that person, right? That's my opinion when I see people all over the place being mad about this. I'm like, just ignore the fucking guy talking about it. Everyone is giving him growth because they're talking about him talking about it. So he's gaining from it, right? So the thing that I want to talk about is that for the past couple of years, Ryjax, that is a beautiful boob. Not boobies, that's a beautiful boob.
That's a very one boob, yes.
Yeah.
One boob lady from Cooper Pow.
But one thing that a lot of people have been talking about lately, the last couple of years, is that like just chatting section. Have you both ever been in the just chatting section for a while at different times?
Yeah. As you mean streaming yourself in the just chatting? Or...
No, have you watched the just chatting section? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what a lot of people are mad about is that like either on the just chatting section or on other parts of Twitch, there might be a girl who's showing a lot of cleavage or a lot of skin and a lot of nudity. Now, what a lot of people are mad about is that they say that like, oh, for example, this girl is showing her tits, so she's gaining more viewership than me. And in one sense, that might actually be true, if you ask me, because I would say that isn't it always how the world has been? Attractive people get things, right? Like if motherfucking Brad Pitt would stream on Twitch, people would be like, this guy is so good looking, right? It would be the same thing if a guy was really good looking. He would have an advantage, I would say. And it's not necessarily about the boobs itself, I would say. But yeah, the thing that I want to talk about is mainly the just chatting section overall. A lot of people are saying that there's more nudity, there's more people who just like highlight the part of their breast or whatever, like they're zooming in or they're dancing and just like literally just dancing and showing their ass to the camera and doing nothing else. How do you guys feel about that? Like when it's obviously over sexualizing. How do you feel about that, Princess? For example, yourself. I know you're a girl, and you, I would say, don't really show anything like that either. You just like to play games and have fun. How do you feel like if a girl in the just chatting section is obviously trying to over sexualize her stream?
I think it's very hard to set a boundary because you need some rules, and it is a platform.
Yeah.
And it's not like a lot of people say, like out and about, like we should be allowed to go out with our tits out and be naked, and you cannot even do that in real life because you get arrested, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the same on this platform. We are in Twitch's house, so we are under Twitch's rules.
Yes.
But I think that it's really hard to set a boundary because where is the limit? Is it when I stand up and you can see my body, or is it when you can see my stomach or some of my thighs? Um, it's a really hard topic, I think, and I don't, I, I don't see it as they steal viewers. I think it is only good when people or the platform grows.
Yeah.
Of course, not in a way that is so sexualized.
Yeah, exactly.
But as long as more people come to the platform, the more you're gonna grow as well, because they're not gonna be live 24/7. Who are they gonna watch when they are not live? It's other streamers that can then grow, and I think it's looking at it that way. I think it's important to see it as the platform is growing and not the one streamer.
Yeah, and like you say as well, like when that person is not live, those viewers are going to be directed somewhere else.
Yeah.
But in the end, like what a lot of these things are coming from, a lot of people are like, mainly you see guys. I also see a lot of girls being upset about this as well. But mainly you see guys being like, "Oh, teddy streamers are stealing my views and everything." But then again, like, so just imagine the viewer who is watching this half-naked girl. Is that the viewer you really want to have in your channel anyway? Like, is that the person is she really stealing your viewers? I don't
That's
understand that sometimes. It just feels so weird.
No, that's true.
Like,
Yeah.
is that really the person? Like, if some guy is watching, for example, like whatever, a girl that's like over sexualizing her stream, she goes offline. Do I want that person to come into my stream? I would say not really. I don't care. That
That's
person can go
true.
somewhere else, to be honest. So I don't know, and like you say, Princess, it's Twitch's house, it's their rules and everything, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and I don't think it should be a problem if people show cleavage, if they have like a tight shirt or whatever, and they're doing anything. I think it's when it's obviously sexualizing. I've seen a lot of clips lately from like a bunch of different streamers. Like I know there was a girl maybe 2-3 weeks ago. She was on just chatting section. She was streaming and she had duplicated her webcam. So her webcam was streaming her body, and then she mirrored it. So there was two webcams, like the same thing. She just duplicated it. And she was only streaming her dancing with her ass towards the stream. Like, you couldn't even see her face. Like, I was watching 5 minutes. I never saw a glimpse of her face. And she was only shaking her ass towards the camera. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, well, this is weird now. Like, at this point, I don't know what's going on. Because it depends if it's only a clip or like 5 minutes, or if the whole stream is like that. If there's a 3-hour stream where like someone is obviously over sexualizing, I think that shouldn't really go under Twitch, right?
I personally think that the limit is where you don't have to imagine how the body looks anymore.
Yeah.
Because you can pretty much see it, even though they maybe have a shirt over.
Yeah, okay.
You can still see
Yeah.
everything. no bra. Sorry.
We will get into that as well. Rydex, how do you feel about this as well? Have you seen like the just chatting section? Do you know sort of the streamers that I talk about?
I mean, there was a moment when there was like 4 Koreans in a bath.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know which one I mean?
Holy shit.
I remember that. Holy fuck.
Motherfucker, dude. To explain to Princess, there
Yeah.
was 4 Korean supermodels that had a photo shoot that they were live streaming when they were getting photo shoots. They were in a bathtub with bikinis. They had a glass wall, and they were all pushing their tits up against the glass wall, and there was another guy on the other side of the wall taking pictures. And I was sitting there and I was like, is this basically porn? Like, is this just porn right now?
It's hard.
Pretty much. I mean, what happened to those? Like,
They got banned eventually for 7 days, and then they came back and kind of did the same thing again, but didn't get banned the second time.
Hey,
all right.
Oh my god.
Very weird, I must say. Like I said, I don't care if some girl has a large cleavage or whatever. I don't care if she's sitting with tight, like short pants or whatever. But like when you're little doing a stream like that, I'm like, oh my god, this is just porn right now, dude.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So like in that sense, it's definitely weird when those sort of things happen, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rydex, I know exactly what you mean, and that's definitely weird. How do you guys feel about body painters? Like you said, Princess, you don't really like when you can just literally see everything. Body painting is sort of in that subject. We can
I
like
think
actually see a pair of just breasts like just flying open, you know?
I think it's so hard because it shouldn't be about size or anything like that. But it's close to being inappropriate for Twitch. I would
Yeah.
say it might be appropriate other platforms, but
Hmm.
for the way that Twitch talks about the TOS and stuff, I don't think it fits on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm very 50-50 on the body paint as well. What do you have, Rydex?
I don't agree. No.
Like you think it's fine?
In
with
my
body
opinion,
painting?
I don't agree. Because first of all, I love body art. But like the way the people do their ways of with the coloring and everything else like
Yeah.
that. I watched, for example, Jari. You know Jari?
Yeah. I
The
know
person
Jerry.
from Method.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch her, and like I think it's just a work of art, in my opinion. Of course, I get why people are like talking about it, obviously, because
Yeah.
nips and shit. But like, I don't think so. I mean, they're covering him. They're basically covering it, and they're doing the body art and just like doing the work of creation. It's fittable in the terms of art. So I don't think there's any problems with it, honestly.
I agree, and like I'm very split on the matter because I agree with both of you. Like, for example, when you have a girl, for example, just actually the breasts are very visible in a way. Just because the nipples aren't there, the breasts are very visible. But at the same time, I feel like it is art. It is incredibly made art. Like some people do such a good job of body painting, and it is a form of art as well. So I feel like it's incredible to see, and it's so cool how people can do it sometimes. But at the same time, I can also agree that like there's just a pair of breasts just out in the open for everyone to see almost. The only thing that they do is that they cover the nipples. So I'm so split on this. It's so hard for me to make a decision. Is it right or is it not right? I think it's very difficult. And I think that's why Twitch also has a hard time figuring out like, are we going to allow this or not? Like, I don't think they know that well themselves. What do you think, Princess?
Definitely not. No, I'm just like there's different ways of body art.
Body out, dude. Wow, body out.
There's different ways. You don't have to put your tits out or your vagina in the camera.
Yeah.
There's just, like there's a fine line, and I think as long as we're under Twitch, we talked about it being a house.
Yeah.
I think there's a way of doing it on Twitch without it being, wide open, naked,
Yeah.
and still be a beautiful art. because it is beautiful.
I,
Yeah.
I agree. Like I say, like a lot of people come to Twitch because they think that it's a gaming platform, and then all of a sudden you just have a pair of breasts on your screen. I can understand. Like maybe there's a more delicate way for them to do body art, but still be able to show off like most of their body. Like I don't really care if you can see most of it, but like I say, like just covering up the nipples and then just have a pair of tits out and like, oh, now I'm just gonna start painting. It can be weird because also at the same time you're allowed to be 13 years old and be on Twitch. Just imagine a 13-year-old going into one of these streamers and then his mom is like, what the hell are you watching? Why is there a pair of tits on your screen, son?
Wait, may I say something?
Yes, yes,
What
hit
if
me.
you body painted googly eyes?
Wait, you mean like on the nipples?
Yeah,
That would be
deny that?
that would be hilarious, but it would also be so weird, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it would be so weird. That would be a fun meme to put in like a not safe for work meme channel in some Discord.
So good,
But like
man.
on Twitch,
So
dude,
good.
I don't know, man.
Oh my god.
That would be fucking hilarious though. Just and then like if it is a girl or like a man or whatever, and they have like a little bit chunkier breasts, and then they start bouncing, and you just see the googly eyes just swirling all over the place. That would be hilarious. But like I said, maybe not appropriate to Twitch.
I would donate for that to happen.
Yeah.
Honestly, it happened.
I'll become a tier 3 sub for that. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie with you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Not even surprised.
That's so amazing.
But yeah, I feel like one of the big problems that people have is that like people on Twitch and when you see on Twitter and everyone is that like everyone is always so one-sided. It's like some of the people are like, we want to be able to show off everything we can on Twitch, and the other people are like, you are not even supposed to show cleavage. And I feel like everyone has to find a middle ground. That's really what it comes down to. Because I just don't understand people who get mad just because some girl who has large breasts have a large cleavage and you can see down the middle. But I mean, like, as long as she's like not zooming in like the actual cleavage and nothing else, and that all she does, if she's just sitting there normally, just you can see her face and you can see her hair and everything else. Who the fuck cares if she has big tits? Like, who gives a shit? She shouldn't be ashamed, or she shouldn't like have to worry about just having a shirt with like big cleavage or something like that. And I feel like that goes for everyone as well. No matter how big or not big they are, or if you're a guy or a girl or whatever, who gives a shit really? Like, that shouldn't matter. But like I said, there are some streams where you come in and you're like, okay, this girl is just here to show off her body and try to gain money from it. Because that's another thing I want to talk about. One thing that I've seen somewhere, I don't really have a specific example right now, but I've seen it in the past and I see it show up sometimes, is that there's some girls, even some dudes, who do over-sexualize things and everything. Sadly, it is mainly girls though, I must say. But they have this thing like, oh, they have like a text on their screen, like on their stream, in the top right corner. If you subscribe, I'll add you to my sexy Snapchat. And that's when I'm like, hold the fucking phone. Insta-ban this person if you ask me. I feel like that is so wrong, to use Twitch as a platform to try to gain monetary value by doing something like that as well. At that time, or like, oh, here's my sexy Patreon. Remember to join my sexy Patreon for $100 and I'll show you a picture of my tits later tonight. That should always be banned, no matter what, if you ask me. I do not want to see that. If you have a Patreon on the side, on your Twitter, for example, because that's another platform, I don't mind that. If you're a person who has a great body and you're showing it off on Twitch, like we said, and you're doing it in the right way, I don't care. And if you then have a Patreon on the side that you're not showing off on your Twitch platform, I don't care. But when you're on Twitch and you're like, oh, I'm only on Twitch because I'm trying to direct people over to my Snapchat and to my Patreon because that's where I make money, then it's like, oh, I don't know, man. That's weird. What do you feel about that, right, Jax? Yeah, sorry.
I mean, but if I did it, and I'm just kidding. I don't even know, man, to be honest. I don't know how to answer that. I mean, It seems to be a thing now more, like OnlyFans, Patreon,
Yeah,
stuff like that and stuff. I mean, I respect sex workers, like I do, and everything like that, or whatever, modeling or whatever you can call it. I'm not an expert,
yeah. Like I
whatever.
said, I don't mind if they do these things, just not on Twitch, please. Like, don't show it off that you're doing it on Twitch. You know?
But then again, is Twitch anymore now as an actual uh, a gaming platform now these days? And I would say so many things have changed over the course of the year.
That's definitely what it comes down to a lot. That a lot of people are saying.
That's what it comes to a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is it
Like,
really more anymore a gaming platform that it is,
like,
and people want to do this? It depends on Twitch restrictions. I don't know what their
yeah.
rules when it comes to it, because I keep hearing sometimes people get banned for really having OnlyFans. They're not really fan of the whole OnlyFans thing you do have on your Twitch panels or whatever. That's at least what I heard about it. So it's very 50-50, I gotta admit.
Yeah. Yeah, like you
But
say as
yeah,
well, is Twitch really a gaming platform? And that's what it comes down to a
I
lot.
mean, I don't mind.
And it's up to Twitch to really set the rules here. I just think personally, I just feel it's so weird. I go into some stream, and all she does is just say like, oh, I have, like she says like, I have big breasts, and I don't mind that, and she has that on Twitch, I don't care. But then she's like, oh, but if you go down below to my panels, click the Patreon, $100, and I'll show you my tits tonight. Then it's like, what? Princess, how do you feel like this? Do you have a
Yeah,
sexy Snapchat, Patreon?
Oh
So
yeah.
Does
You
Luck
know,
does Lucky have one? Actually, I'm a little bit interested.
I wouldn't know because he won't give it to me.
Oh damn!
Um,
Rip.
no,
F.
I agree with Rajax. I'm just sitting and thinking like, isn't it against a lot of rules to get paid to provide a service in a way that like you are if you get dirty pictures or whatever for supping? Like I feel like I've heard that you can get banned for if every time someone donates to you, you do something.
I
Yeah.
was thinking about that actually.
There
So
are some TOS rules, and there are
yeah,
some TOS rules enforcing that you can't do
that's
things
what I'm
for
thinking.
bits and subscriptions. There is no TOS rules that I know of that goes against donating, for example. Or,
Okay.
like I said, like what these people do is that they're like, oh, I'm a pretty girl. I'm not doing anything against TOS rules by being a pretty girl, but they like literally have a big panel being like, sexy Patreon, hella nude pics if you donate. Like, then it's like, what?
Yeah, I agree on that. That is fucked up,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, right, Dex?
I just saw a comment here from Van Torrent, but doesn't Amarav do just that all the time? I mean, she has an Instagram, but it's not. I mean, it's not. Well, yeah, she does have a Patreon, right?
Yes, but it depends. Like, for me, it depends on how you market the whole thing. Like you say, if you stream on Twitch and you're a pretty girl and you're showing cleavage and all that, I don't care, whatever, fine. But like I say, if you then have a Patreon and you're showing off your Patreon on Twitch and you're talking about it and you're trying to direct people there, it then depends on what you're doing on that Patreon. If you're just streaming on Twitch just to make money from your Patreon because you're directing everyone over there to make money from sexualizing, then in a sense you are sexualizing your Twitch channel as well, if you ask me. Alinity, I don't know. I haven't really checked out what she does. I know and I've heard rumors that she sells panties and everything off stream. But like I said, if you ask me, I don't care if she does all these things as long as nothing is connected to her Twitch channel. If she directs people to her Twitter and then her Twitter directs people to her Patreon, I don't care because Twitter's another platform. And maybe that's like so many steps that you have to take to get to the Patreon. So if she directs people to her Twitter and then on Twitter she's like, oh, I have a Patreon, go there. In that sense, I don't mind. I know Amrath has a sexy Patreon thing that you can pay tons of money for as well. But from what I know, man, I really should have checked this up before, I guess. I don't really know if she really highlights it on her Twitch channel. I know she has something on her Twitter that I've seen people like and stuff. So I know she has a Twitter for that, but I'm not sure if she highlights it on her Twitch channel. So yeah.
I was thinking about that, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
I wasn't sure.
So you guys do feel a little bit like if you really go highlight that on Twitch, then it does feel kind of weird because then it is connected to Twitch itself. That like, oh yeah, I'm just sending dirty pictures to everyone for money.
It's all about the rules. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, it's all about the rules. Like what it says upon that. So, I mean, if it was allowed, then I really wouldn't have a problem. I mean, well, let the. Oh man, it's such a 50-50 moment.
That is true though. That is true
Damn,
though.
it's such a 50-50 moment.
If Twitch would allow it, I mean, like, is there really anything to say about it? It's Twitch's platform.
That's
Even
Yeah,
though
I
if
mean,
even though if I wouldn't enjoy it myself, or like I wouldn't really was happy about it, there's nothing I can do if Twitch allows it. Really.
no.
No. If Twitch allows it, they allow it. So it's like, all right, fine. It's your problem now, I guess, if it is a problem or not.
But I've heard another argument from a bigger streamer. There was a bigger streamer called Jake. You guys know Jake and Bake? You know what that is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Jake and Bake recently had a sponsorship from BMW. If you guys know about that.
Uh-huh.
They were going to highlight the new BMW car and everything. So there was a clip of Jake and Bake where he was going to have a meeting with one of the high executives of BMW. And Jake and Bake streams under the Just Chatting section, and the executive asked, like, so what is up with the Just Chatting section? Like, can you show me a little bit to me? And this executive really thought that, like, Twitch is a gaming platform. And then, like, in that sense, I can understand that it's weird, because a lot of people do believe that Twitch is a gaming platform. And then you go and scroll on Just Chatting, and you're like, wait, like, some people honestly think that, like, Twitch is a form of porn site as well. Some people have believed that if you go to like some random person on the street, show them Just Chatting section, some of them are going to be like, well, is this porn? Like, some people actually do honestly believe that. And in that sense, it can get weird. Like, just imagine you're explaining to a high executive what the Just Chatting section is, and he just looks and he's like, "What the fuck is this, dude? Like, what? Are we gonna show off BMW here? Like, are you telling us that BMW is gonna be on the Just Chatting? Like, seriously?" And in that sense, it can be really weird as well. So I mean, like, it's hard. It's hard for Twitch to be able to really allow this much more, unless they really highlight that, like, Twitch is not a gaming platform anymore. Everyone just has to realize that. But in a sense, they're still sticking to that it's a gaming platform. Like, they really have to make a decision, if you ask me. What do you think,
because
Princess?
Just Chatting is too wide of a term.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime you're doing nothing else than streaming, or anything else than streaming, then you're just chatting, and you can do literally anything. You can be out and about, you can be sitting in front of your computer still, but just not playing. And I think it's too wide of a term because you're not really sure what you're getting when you're searching for it.
The problem is that there used to be only IRL, and then they split up into Just Chatting and outdoors and everything. But no one gives a shit about all the other categories. Like, everyone is just under Just Chatting, because it's like the universal one that just everyone can just be under no matter what they do, and no one is getting really getting into any trouble for it as well. So Just Chatting is just a new IRL that IRL used to be, but after they removed IRL. So it's really weird. Like you say, it's really weird, like, showing off Just Chatting, and there's like a ton of things happening. There's some guy in a Russian outfit just dancing to Russian music. There's some girl doing like doing sexy Patreon, and there's some guy sitting and yelling at people, and some people saying racial slurs, because that exists as well. I've seen a ton of that on livestream fails as well. Like, everything is just happening under Just Chatting. It's so wild.
Yeah, have you seen? There was a little kid who took like a shaving blade and just started to shave his eyebrows without any shaving foam.
What?
In Just Chatting.
Oh man, dude.
I seen it. It was
Rajax, I don't know what you're meaning, like what you're talking about, but I swear to God, if anyone out there want to see some weird shit, go to the Just Chatting section and scroll down to the bottom with us, like, people with one viewer. The wildest shit I've ever seen are people in the bottom of the Just Chatting section. Like, there's some wild shit happening down there. Like, there's some crazy stuff happening. Because people just go live and Just Chatting and do some weird ass shit, like random accounts just doing all kinds of shit. Like, exactly like you said, right, Jax? Some kid just shaving off his eyebrows for no reason.
Without any foam or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
He just does it. He has no idea what he's doing. He does it.
I mean, like, I swear to God, just go to Just Chatting, scroll down, and there's going to be 20 streams that you're like, what is going on here? I've seen a guy who was dancing, like I said, like, he had a Russian outfit, a Russian hat, and he was dancing non-stop for 2 hours. Like,
What a lad.
like you watched the VOD afterwards, and it was constant 2 hours of dancing. He didn't sit down once to take a break, and I was like, this guy is on so much fucking drugs right now. I swear to God, dude. Like, there's some weird shit happening down there. Weirdest shit happening.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, Carnage. There is also some porn happening here and there, but that's like people going live with a random account just streaming porn, and it takes a while for Twitch to find them and ban them, and that's nothing really they can do about it. Like, I understand that's hard for Twitch when a porn channel shows up, because people have to report it, or a moderator of Twitch have to find it and then delete it or remove it. But until someone reports it or until a moderator finds it, then it's out there between like 2 million channels to find. There could be 5 porn channels on right now under just chatting. We don't know. Or like, the ninja thing. There was someone streaming porn under Fortnite or whatever. Like, they could be anywhere, and they could be so hard to find. Because if there's a channel with 0 viewers that are streaming porn, how the hell are someone going to find that channel? Like, it's hard, Yeah, like you're saying, the risk. There was a promoted ninja's channel, took 2 hours to remove that. And like, that thing was just dumb.
That was some sick shit.
Yeah, that was really stupid. Like, the thing had 20,000 viewers, dude. Like, come on. Someone should just instantly remove that as fast as possible. Yeah. Anyway, we talked a little bit about that and the just chatting things. And Princess, you said something that is very, very interesting that I actually want to talk about as well here. I will show you guys a clip here in the Discord that we will now watch together. This is a clip that has become very heavily discussed on Twitter for the streamer. There was some dude who uploaded this on Twitter and be like, do you think this is allowed or not? And he got a ton of hate, and a ton of people were like, oh dude, you're so good, man, I don't think this is deserved. And he got a ton of followers and everything, and everyone is mad all over the place. So you can watch the clip on yourself, because I linked you the clip, and I will also watch it a little bit on stream as well. Now, I can definitely understand people being upset over this clip because she doesn't wear a bra. But at the same time, I saw someone make a very good point. If she had smaller breasts, would it still be that big of an issue? Would people have been upset, do you think?
Nah.
I honestly don't think so either.
Nah. It's very simple. People would not be mad.
Yeah, if she had smaller breasts, it wouldn't have been that much of an issue.
100%.
Yeah.
Probably not. No.
Probably fucking not.
So
But I think it goes back to the imagination point, where you no longer have any need for your imagination because it's right there in your face.
Yeah, so I mean, like this, I'm very split on this, because like we say, if she has smaller breasts, it wouldn't have been that big of an issue. It's because she has large breasts and she's like bouncing them around that it becomes very over sexualized. But at the same time, if a person with smaller breasts would do the same thing, it wouldn't feel so over sexualized. So then that person shouldn't get any heat for it. So at the same time, this person who's doing this in this clip shouldn't get heat for it. But then you watch the clip and you're like, there's just, and like I like someone who just like an outside viewer comes to Twitch and they watch this clip. They're like, well, all I see is a pair of big tissues bouncing around, and I see nipples because she has no bra.
Yeah, I think it's hard.
It's really hard. I mean, like, I'm so 50-50 on this too.
I don't think. I mean, I don't think. If I would just watch the video, I mean, all I can see is just a lovely lady having a good time.
Yeah.
There's bounce titties everywhere, but then again, that's all up to Twitch, whatever they can do with that, whatever they feel like it's the limit. But then again, I really don't give a shit. She's having a good time, it seems like that. I get it where everyone's eyes would be pointing at, but
yeah, and so what's happening is that a lot of bigger streamers, you might one come to mind if you know that person, is that they're saying that women are doing this very largely on purpose to somewhat over-sexualize their channel. Like, she knows what she's doing. She's doing it for a
Yeah.
reason. She's like, oh, this is going to get me a ton of views and this will be very good for me. And that way I can grow my channel. But at the same time, like you say, right, Jax, she still does have a shirt on. Just because she has bigger breasts, she shouldn't be like penalized for that. If she would have smaller breasts, this wouldn't have probably been an issue and been this big of a clip. But man, at the same time, if you show this to someone who doesn't know what Twitch is, and you're like, oh, this is Twitch, by the way. Some person that's like, oh, I've heard of Twitch, I've never seen it. And then you show them this clip, they're going to be like, what the fuck is going on in this clip, right?
But wait, wasn't there, if I remember this correctly, there was a streamer. I don't remember correctly the name, but there was a streamer. She sat on the chair, she was talking with the viewers, and then I think it came on live stream Reddit as well, the fails. But there was one lady who had like pointy nipples outside. I don't remember if she actually got banned or not.
Wait.
I remember that so clearly.
Wait,
'Cause
like,
they were-
do you mean like she was having a shirt or no bra, or like, what do you mean?
she had like she had like a dress all to here,
Okay.
and it was like just like that. What is
Okay.
it called? Like a top, just like
Yeah,
not a
right.
tank top, but like a top that just goes around you.
And what happened? Did you say?
I don't remember correctly if she got banned or not for it. I don't remember. She might have, but then again, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I remember
don't
there
know.
was the same situation. She was just sitting there having nice chatting with her, but I don't think they banned her as well because she was just chatting. And I mean, what can you do?
Yeah. Now, the weird thing about this is that the clip that we just saw, she got banned for a day. No one knows the reason.
Wait, she got banned actually?
No one knows the reason why, and she got unbanned very quickly. And
Oh,
what I think is that someone banned her, but someone else at Twitch didn't want her to be banned, so they unbanned her. Because the clip is still up, the VOD is still up. So if you get banned, I think you're forced to take down those things that got you banned. The clip is still up, it's from her channel, the VOD is still up as well, I think. So I don't think she got banned for that, but the question is still, what did she get banned for, and I don't know what. But the clip is still up, and it's still visible for everyone to just go watch, so
I
I'm
think
almost
they
100%
regret it.
sure it was not because of that. But it's so weird because I did see her get banned for like a day and 7 minutes, because there's a Twitter account that tracks people, partner people who get banned. And she got banned, and then she got unbanned 1 day, 7 minutes later.
All right.
So,
I think
I don't know.
I think they regretted it. They must have discussed about that. Like there must have been the same as everybody else on Twitter have been happening, that they say they had a good time and everything like that. There's no problem I see with this or whatever. And they probably had that with the Twitch staff
Yeah.
while reviewing this video. I'm
Yeah.
betting.
Because if you would ask me, I would prefer not to see things like this on Twitch. But really, I don't care, because I don't really consume that content. And if she did not get banned, I would be fine with that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's hard to have an opinion as like just a viewer.
Yeah.
I would just ask, like, if a man went on live on Twitch with really tight pants and there was no longer any imagination on where stuff was, is that inappropriate?
This is another thing that a lot of people are discussing, is that the fact that it's breasts and not genitals, she should not be punished for that. Because I know that Dr. Disrespect has gotten heat, has gotten a small Twitch ban for humping towards his camera, even though nothing could be shown. Like, just imagine if you would have like a really pair tight of pants and you could see the outline of the penis, and then he started bouncing around like the pair of tits we just saw. That is 100% bannable,
Exactly.
and they will all get banned. Like, I've seen it happen to so many people. Dr. Disrespect got banned, I've seen other people got banned for doing the same thing. But then again, I do also see the argument that a penis is a pair of genitals and a breast are not genitals in that same sense, right? So it's harder to define if this should be bannable or not. I'm like, this is such a freaking hard topic, I think.
It is.
It's
but
really hard.
I think it's the same for if a man has a really thin tank top and go into a freezer and come back and stream and you can see his nipples.
Yeah, exactly. Like, should that be
It would
bannable?
be-
But that's not going to
yeah.
be bannable because it's so much normal for men to, like, we don't wear
But I
bras,
think
so
that is
Yeah.
That's
So
closer to that discussion than
our nipples will show
genitals.
a ton, right? Like maybe Raj's nipples are showing right now. Hold on, let me see. Oh shit,
Got it.
dude, those are
Got it.
firm, homie. Damn.
Are you gonna ban me, Berg?
No, dude, I'm gonna whip
Well, it's
up.
burger.
Dude, I'm gonna turn off the stream and whip out my penis, dude. God damn, look at those bad boys. Holy shit, dude.
Hey man, gotta get them going, you know. Milk babies.
But I mean, like, yeah, it's hard. But me personally, when I watch that clip, if she doesn't get banned, then I'm fine with it. Because I looked over her Twitch channel as well. There's no Patreon things and there's no Snapchat things going on as well. And that's one of the biggest issues that I have with Twitch currently, is when they highlight those things. She was just dancing. Still, like I said, it's not zoomed in on her breasts. You can see her chair, you can see her room, you can see her hair, her face, everything like that. Just happens to be that she doesn't wear a bra, right? Like, that clip is not too bad. But there are definitely other things that I'm like, all right, dude, what the fuck is this, man?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap it up somewhat. We're gonna talk a little bit about some other things as well, really quickly. We're gonna move past that fast, and then I got some fun stuff for you at the end because we're nearing 2 hours, and I kind of want to have this 2 hours. I know you both want to spend your Sunday evening just chilling. You guys got work and other things going on, so I know the Sunday anxiety might be high within you now. So we're gonna try to move faster on this. Mm-hmm. One thing that I've discussed many times on this platform, on this podcast in the past, is Twitch favoritism. And I just want to get a quick, what do you guys think about this? Obviously, there has been a ton of controversial stuff happening with Alinity. Princess, do you think she should be banned for one or multiple things that she's done? I will give you some examples. Feeding her cat vodka, throwing her cat, saying the N-word on stream as well, and in the past she committed to a felony as well. You think she should have gotten banned for any one of those 4 things, or all of them, or some of them?
Oh, I think that's hard because there's a lot of stuff in it. But yeah, I think definitely animal abuse is in there, and felony and whatnot. I think definitely she should have been banned at one point. I think there should be an option for streamers to get timeouts, like chatters. They should have like a timeout. I don't know how that would be set up, but to make them think things over and maybe remove some stuff before they could come back or whatever.
Yeah, like maybe a ban is too hard. That banning is like, oh, you're fucked now. You're fucked for like a week or something. But still, some form of penalty that when you fuck up.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And
I think it should be like that.
Right, Jax, do you feel the same way? You think she should gotten any punishment or anything?
She should have definitely got a punishment for at least one of the things.
Yeah.
At least one of the things she should have definitely got a punishment for a solid good time at least. Because what was it? She got banned like, was it 3 days?
No, she didn't get banned at all, Alinity.
She never got banned.
Never got banned.
All right, but at least one time she should have definitely been banned for some time, like maybe for the ones that they usually take, like what is it? I think it is 7 to 30 days.
Yeah.
Around there, at least should have been something would have happened.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So what happened is that I think it was about a year ago. I do believe that she committed to felony, and then there was another instance where she said the N-word, and then recently there was the cat vodka and the cat throwing. The cat vodka and the cat throwing, I can't stand people who do anything to animals, so for me it's a hard ban. But at the same time, I can understand if Twitch brings in another source of being like some people who are specializing in animal cruelty, and they can make the decision that she committed animal cruelty or she did not, and then after that maybe she get banned or not, and maybe she wouldn't have got banned for that. I don't know. That would a professional opinion would have to give the matter on that. But to be honest, when she say the N-word and commit to say that she committed felony, I'm like, what the fuck? There's people on Twitch who aren't even close to saying the N-word. You can obviously hear that they say something else. There's been 3 people that I know of who said something else, and they get banned for 30 days because it was similar to the N-word. She actually says the N-word, and she doesn't get anything. Nothing. So a lot of people think that she has something on Twitch. Do you think that she has? Princess, yes or no? Do you think she has some hook on Twitch? Some person or something in the company?
I don't think it's a matter of she has someone or something. It could be a matter of Twitch thinking that she has a large effect on Twitch. So if she got banned, I don't know, man.
But then at the same time, there are people who are much, much bigger that receives
Yeah.
much, much bigger things for less offenses.
That's true. That's true. Honestly, yeah. I don't know, but I lean towards yeah.
Yeah. Right, Jax?
I think definitely somewhere inside Twitch.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I'm betting on it.
I mean,
actually
like,
betting on it.
I just see her keep doing breaking TOS after breaking TOS,
Yeah.
and I see people who like almost not even break TOS, and they get insta punished, and she just goes by like there's nothing. I'm like, there's something going on there. The thing that you were thinking about, Rydex, was Amarath. She showed her vagina on stream, got a 3-day ban. I know people who've showed their vagina on stream and gotten longer bans as well. So there's a lot of controversial things about her as well that she gets past bans easier. But yeah, so it's hard, and Twitch Twitch is under a lot of heat lately because they seem to be fucking up a lot. They're not doing anything. Like they're saying like, oh, we want to be open and we want to talk about everything that's going on and we don't want to have transparency and we want to be like right for everyone. But they keep showing that they're not doing any of those things, sadly. So Twitch is really fucking up a lot lately, if you ask me. Another thing that I forgot to say as well about the just chatting section, I'm just going to go back to that really quickly. I'm not sure if you guys heard, there's a ton of porn stars streaming on Twitch nowadays. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
I kind of knew that.
We have people like Riley Reid, Mia Malkova is a lot on Twitch, Mia Khalifa has been here. There's some other ones as well, some medium-sized porn streamers, porn stars who is on Twitch. And what a lot of people are upset about is that not the fact that they're streaming on Twitch, the fact that they are wearing more clothing or not sexualizing the streams in one bit compared to a lot of other big streamers. So everyone is like, oh, so porn stars are here now, but they're wearing full clothing and they're actually playing games and just talking and not sexualizing anything.
Shit right there.
Yeah, but like, so a lot of people
right there, man.
feel like it's weird. I just wanted to say that, like that's out there. Maybe you guys haven't seen that. And I mean, like, I don't care that porn stars are on Twitch as long as they behave, right? As long as they don't break TOS. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really mind. Like if Mia Malkova is sitting and playing games, who the fuck gives a shit? Fun for her. She's here. She's having a good time. Good, nice.
Imagine,
I agree.
you're in Amarev stream complaining about like, oh, she got too much cleavage and jumps on this now. Why don't you have too much cleavage?
Yeah, I'm like, Mia Malkova, where's your cleavage? God damn it! I want your cleavage now!
Like, this is your job. You want to be famous for.
Yeah. And also, there's also male porn stars. Like Manuel Ferreira has been on Twitch for a long time, though. And he is, like, universally loved by people, though. Everyone fucking loves the guy. Because he is actually really funny. And he's hilarious. I like that guy as well. Also, I want to get a quick one by you as well. Dr. Disrespect won Stream of the Year. Princess, do you think he should have done it or not? Who do you think should have won?
Oof, I think he is close to. I think he deserves it. Yeah, but I'm not so good at watching big streamers. I'm more in for the smaller ones.
Yeah,
so
that's understandable.
It's hard for me to answer that. I know about the big streamers, but I don't know about their content.
Right, X? How do you feel?
He's pretty damn close to being number one, I would say as well. It was either like there's 3 people I got in my head. That's like, what was it? We got, who was it? Asmongold, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because he has like a huge viewership. That he has been
with classic World of Warcraft coming out, he's been killing it. 100%.
He's been really killing it, and
Yeah.
I felt like. But
True.
then I have to think like, what did he do before? But then he was really kicking it.
Yeah.
And he was him and oh man, who was it? It was Dr. Respect, Asmongold, and Tim the Tatman, I thought.
Okay.
Because I mean, or technically, Tim is like one of the top people. He's like always the GOAT himself. So I thought those three were there, but Dr. Disrespect doesn't surprise me because he is really going all the time to be with his content creation and everything else. So
Yeah, for sure.
I would believe that. I mean, he does deserve it as well. But I thought Asmongold for a second, but then again, I
Yeah.
don't know what he did the first half of the year.
Yeah, Asmongold has been a lot of up and down before classic World of Warcraft. That is true. Like he's had his
Yeah.
moments, and then he's had rough moments as well. And I know he struggled a lot with like personal things, and he took a lot of time off streaming as well because of those things as well. So
Yeah.
his consistency has been a little bit off for sure. I would personally say Dr. Suspect would probably come in second, maybe Shroud as well. A lot of people kind of forgot about Shroud just because he moved to Mixer, but he's been killing it the whole year once again. My take would have been XQC though. Like I said, XQC has not only been killing it in terms of content, he's been everywhere. He's been to every streaming event. He is super active. He streams every day, all the time. He's killing it in every sense. He has great content. He has been killing it in terms of viewership and subs and growing as well. Like I said as well, like there's a reason why XQC is on livestream fails every day with some hilarious clip. Is because he has become universally loved by everyone. I can't name you anyone who doesn't love XQC. All my friends who don't even watch that Twitch that much, everyone likes XQC. Like I think he should have won it. Doc probably second. I do believe though that Doc, the last time he won it a couple of years ago, there was no question about it back then. He should have won it then, but I think this year should have given it to XQC, man. Sucks to see.
I think you're right. XQC, when I think about it, has been around everywhere.
Yeah, and XQC is streaming every game. Like you know, Dr. Disrespect really has his moments, and like you said, Asmongold, when they stream their kind of community games. Modern Warfare was released, and Classic World of Warcraft was released, but XQC, he can open up any game and he's fucking crushing it instantly, no matter what he does. So he's been really consistent with everything. So I think he should have won. And okay, so that was mostly podcast. Now we're just going to do some minor fun things. 10 minutes, then I'll let you go as well. I prepared some weird ass questions for you. Okay. And I want the motherfucking truth. I don't care if you guys are going to be like, oh, monk ass. Oh no, my this and my that, whatever. We're gonna do some weird shit here. Right, Jax, if you would get the chance to, which streamer on Twitch would you have sex with? I know you said you like Jari. I mean, like, I know some of my mods like Jari as well, actually.
Man, I have to agree. I mean, the lady is a fucking goddess. I have to fucking agree. Jari is a fucking I have to. She is beyond this world, man. You get a fucking heart attack and be like, oh my god, take my subs, take my gifted subs. God
dude, my mod Anarchy is like a little bit obsessed with Jari, I think.
I mean, Jari is beautiful and amazing person in general. Like let's be real, she's just amazing.
Yeah. All right, Princess, you can whisper it so Lucky doesn't hear. Just whisper. XQC super hot.
Push up biceps, okay?
Same question.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Same question.
Fuck you. I don't know. Fuck off.
Forrest, right?
I don't know that many streamers. I honestly go most for watching girl streamers, and that's gonna be super awkward.
No. You gotta pick a guy streamer. I know you're heterosexual.
Back now. I answered fucking real. Now it's your turn.
If you want to pick Ryjax, even though he's here and it might be a little bit awkward, that's fine. You can do that. You know.
How is that awkward? I'm a sweet people.
I'll pick Rajax.
No. You have to pick. Like, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
You really have to pick someone.
I'm
Come on. Don't you think Dr. Disrespect is hot? I mean, like, he's very tall, muscular, he's good looking.
I would probably say it's a Danish streamer.
And the name, we want the name, Princess. This is going on live stream fails, for fuck's sake. We're gonna grow from this. 200 viewers incoming. We're putting this on live stream fails right after you say the word.
His name is Kraime.
Kramer, okay.
Kraime.
Kramer. I have no idea who that is. Kramer? Okay, Kramer. There we have it. Clip it and ship it, ladies and gentlemen, up on live stream fails. And he will see that clip and he will be like, oh, Lord. Okay, nice. Fangirls. No, okay, so my choice, I don't really think a lot of people are that extremely beautiful. But I saw a picture of XQC's girlfriend during Halloween where she was dressed up as Poison Ivy. What is her name now again? I saw a clip of her yesterday. And when I saw that picture of her as Poison Ivy, I lost, man. I lost. Whew, Lord Jesus. I would probably pick her. Her name, though, is... God damn it, dude.
Mia Malkova. Nah, just kidding.
No. It's XQC's girlfriend. I'm trying to... Yeah, is she a streamer, though? Yeah, she's a pretty big streamer, actually. She's been blowing up. I'll find it so you guys can get the word. Adept. Yeah, Adept. She's called Adept. I saw a picture of her in Poison Ivy outfit during Halloween, and I lost. So I would pick her. She would have to wear the costume, though. Absolutely. Like, hell yeah, dude. Okay, so, alright, so, Brydax, if you could get hosted by anyone on Twitch, who would you like a host from?
Ooh, let's see. Damn, that was, what to think about.
From who you want to sleep with to who you want to get hosted with.
Yeah. Is it the same person?
Maybe get hosted first and then sleep with them after, too.
I mean, give me sugar daddy, streamer daddy, basically. I think if I had to choose, it would probably either... It's funny that I say this, actually, but it will be either Tim the Tapman or Sko.
Oh, interesting. Sko, actually. And
Sko,
then
I think he's a genuine... cool
I'm going to be honest, though. Sko is never going to host you after he knows you're going after Jari. So I think Tim the Tatman is...
I know.
I think Tim the Tatman is a bigger choice for hosting you, too.
Sorry, Sko. No, I'm just telling the truth, man.
Yeah, Princess?
Oof. I think it would probably be Loya.
The Fortnite streamer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has been a big inspiration to me, and
All right. She seems pretty cool, actually.
yeah.
I haven't seen her too much, but she seems pretty cool.
Me neither.
She's a very good streamer, at least.
I would probably pick someone like Tim the Tatman as well. My favorite streamer of all time is Soda Poppin', but the thing about like their community is that like Tim the Tatman has a very warm, welcoming, non-toxic community that is awesome when they host and raid. If you would get raided by someone like Forsen, you would never be able to handle it. Like Forsen would kill your stream if you got raided by him. He would fucking destroy you with a raid, to be honest. So like getting raided by someone like that, I don't know. But yeah, Tim the Tatman is not one of my favorite streamers like that. Like I like him, but I think a raid from him or host would be dope. All right, so next one is where's my phone here? Here we go. Who do you hate the most on Twitch, Princess? Who have you seen that you're like, I fucking hate this person. I never want to see them. I never want to see their content ever again. Fuck this person altogether.
Oh, there's so many.
You're like, I'm sitting with... There's 2 of them in here right now. Oh my god.
There is so many.
Fuck. It's I think it has probably been like, I saw a streamer once it was a girl that was dancing around with Just Dance and she had barely no clothes on, and I got so pissed because people
Squad W?
encouraged her. I don't know her name. People were only there because, and she knew we're back to talking about tits and whatnot.
She was obviously over sexualizing your stream.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay,
And
alright.
I did not want to look at it at all.
Yeah, right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't know the name, but you just know that.
No, yeah. No, I don't know the name.
Yeah, okay. Right, Jax?
Casey Tron.
What? Casey Tron, man. Oh, that's fucking
I'm sorry.
hilarious.
I'm fucking sorry. I just hate
No,
everything about her, man.
I mean, like, Casey Tron is weird, man. I don't
hate
really
the
know what I think
satire.
about her.
I'm sorry. I just fucking hate the satire. I just fucking can't.
Dude, I love that shit. Princess, you don't know who she is, right?
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
I
Yeah.
can't, dude. I just can't.
Well, that's pretty funny, actually. I would have to choose a guy that I used to know a while ago. I don't really remember his name anymore. He used to lie his ass off to get donations. He would be like, "Oh, I gotta get surgery. Please donate money to me." And then a ton of people would donate, and he would go and buy like the newest, best like headset and camera. And he's like, "Oh, I upgraded my camera." And then he would do the same thing again, like, "Oh, by the way, I still need the surgery. I still need more donations now." He would just do it over and over again. So fucking scummy. Hey, that guy can suck my fucking ass.
That was like a RuneScape streamer who was like handicapped. Well,
Yeah.
He, or
Yeah.
real wheelchair.
There's been a lot of different people who've done that as well. I don't know if you guys know about Emily, who faked cancer. You guys know
Oh,
about
yeah.
that streamer?
Oh, God, I remember that.
She is one of the most hated streamers of all time. She faked that she had cancer just to get money and shit and be like sympathetic and stuff. So yeah, she didn't have
I hate
it.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So who's your favorite streamer of all time, Princess? Your most hated to your most favorite?
This is awkward, but it's you, Burger.
No fucking way. I
Simply cutting it out. No.
you were talking about Kierme something. Kierme. The guy you want to sleep
Kaime.
with. Kaime, yes.
No, but I don't like his stream that much because he's not so interactive with
Okay.
the stream. It's not about like the games you play. I really like your stream because it's so interactive and you never get bored. That's why I like it.
Thank
So,
you. I appreciate that a ton.
Yeah, it's awkward, but it's there.
Yeah, right, Jax?
Probably straight up Van Toren.
Yeah, I know you and Van Torn are very close as well. That's very understandable. How long have you guys known each other for?
I have
actually?
never gotten tired of his streams. Never.
How long
Yeah.
have you known Van Torn?
For what is it? 2-3 years.
Damn, dude. You guys go way back, homie.
We go way back. See, we knew exactly when we both started.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I wasn't surprised that you would say that, actually. Me, myself, I would say Soda Poppin' is one of the first ones I ever saw. I've known him for so long. Like, there's a clip of me giving him one of my tomato shirts at DreamHack, and I was so fucking nervous. I was babbling like a dumbass. Soda Poppin's always been my favorite for so many years. Like, I used to watch him every day when I went to bed many years ago. Like, I would just never watch any TV. I would just always have his stream up all the time. I would watch VODs, everything. Like, I've been a little bit obsessed with him in the past. Lately, I haven't really been able to watch him too much because I stream so much myself, and I do much more enjoy watching streamers like you, Princess, or you, Ryjax, where it's like more interactive and you guys are like good friends of mine. We're in Soda Pop, and I just watch him if I have nothing else to watch, and I just want to watch him like on my TV while I'm eating dinner or something, because you can't interact with him in the same sense. Like when I'm with your guys' channels, I feel like I'm interacting with actual friends, like you guys are my friends. I'm just hanging out with you, and that's like a much better feeling, I would say. So, but yeah, Soda Pop has always been my number one. Okay, so I'm gonna skip that one. That one's kind of boring. If you got banned on Twitch, would you keep going and where? Right, Jax?
Wait, what was the question?
If you got banned on Twitch, would you keep streaming and where would you stream? If you had to pick straight away, like, I'm just gonna stream it from now.
I mean, I would still stream. I mean, no matter if I would get permanent ban or whatever, I would still stream on another platform and do my shit.
Which one would you choose? Platform?
That would be difficult, actually. I would give a first try to Mixer.
Okay.
Just because I want to see the brand new experience, what it's all about.
All right.
Because I like exploring stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be definitely YouTube. But since Mixer is so new for me, I would love just to see. And also, my friends are there as well, so
Yeah.
I get to hang out with them as well.
Yeah. Princess?
That's a really, really hard question.
You are stuck now.
I know. I don't think I would keep streaming.
Okay.
I would keep my community and probably go to some YouTube videos, but not streaming.
You would do Discord streams.
Yeah, probably.
Because that's a thing, actually.
Yeah,
I
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my community there, so that would be
Yeah.
optional.
All
Yeah.
right. Um, who's the worst streamer you've ever seen? Like really bad gameplay, content, streamer overall, what they're doing, what's happening, the quality, everything. Princess, you know anyone? Rajex, you know anyone? Or maybe you guys don't really know anyone at all. And could you explain like what was bad about it?
I don't think I've seen a streamer enough to know their name if I don't like them.
Same.
I I have this, and everyone have this on Twitch, like this time period of, do you like this person? You're staying. If not, then you're out, and that sometimes is 20 seconds.
But
Like, and
I
then
was
you're
thinking
out.
mostly like, was there just a really bad streamer? Like you don't anything against the person or whatever. I know one person that I used to. The guy was pretty chill actually. He was a nice guy and everything. Interacted with him a little bit, but every time I went to stream, it was garbage gameplay. No clue what he was doing. It was 160p quality. Like he had like 500 bitrate. The camera was from like the 70s or something. I don't know if it was a face or a lamp in his cam, but it was garbage. And he never talked. And when he talked, I had no clue what the hell he was talking about. I'm like, man, it's like, dude, right now you just shouldn't be live, dude. You just need to fix your shit before you go live, all right? You ain't going nowhere with this shit, man. But like, you guys have ever seen anyone like that?
I honestly don't know anyone like that. No.
All right.
I probably, but it must have been a very long time then.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
This
I've seen
was.
too many streamers.
This was like 2 years for me as well. 2 years ago, where this person did that, and actually did it for like
Yeah.
6 months, and I was like, man, why don't you change anything, dude? Be streaming for 6 months like this, bro. You got to do something. And the last one. So I think this is what actually a lot of people do end up doing when they stream on Twitch. Would you give up half your friendships with like people? Let's say you have 10 friends. Would you give up 5 of those, never talk to them again, never ever see them again, just to be able to have a bigger chance of growing on Twitch? Or like
No.
blowing up?
No.
Nah.
And I'm not talking your closest friends. Like, let's say you have 10 decent, good friends. 5 of them are your closest. 5 of them are not really that close, but they're good friends of yours anyway. Would you give them up?
No, I don't think that's worth it at all.
Right, Jax?
That's difficult, actually. I kind of already experienced that, except like I didn't abandon it for Twitch or something like that. But I kind of already experienced that by this moment.
Yeah.
So it's like, I kind of say kind of, yeah. Maybe because it's already kind of happening anyways, in some way or another.
I would say, yeah, for me as well. There's a ton of people that I never have time for, because when I do have the time, I always pick the time with only my closest friends. And there's a lot of people that don't like that I'm streaming and they think it's dumb and everything, and I just push them away instantly. And there's a lot of people that I'm pushing away currently as well. And I think that's just how it is. When you talk to a lot of big streamers on Twitch, they all say like, oh, IRL friends, I used to have those. I don't anymore.
Yeah, true.
And I think that's just a part of doing this.
It is what it is. Yeah, if you want to get someone, you have to make a sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what Dan say.
Dance Gaming. Yeah, he said the same thing.
He said the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, Princess, what you need to go do now, you need to go on Facebook and you need to make like a condolence message to all your like somewhat friends, like close friends, and be like, you can fuck off and you can fuck off, and you know you can definitely fuck off. You need to tell all the people that.
I don't really have that many IRL friends. Most of my friends are online, and they are very supportive of whatever I'm doing. So I don't want to lose that for, you know.
But let's say you have.
They would always support my passion, anyways.
Let's say you have like 4 somewhat close friends. Would you get rid of 2 of them to have 5,000 viewers per stream? Never ever talk to them again.
In other words, who would you kill and marry?
Exactly. Like, would you just be like, fuck you all together, I'm blowing up on Twitch, you can suck my ass right now?
Maybe, but as Rajak said, it happens automatically because you won't have that time.
Yeah, that is true.
I take that as a yes.
Yeah.
Just take that as a yes.
So yeah, the thing is that you don't know is that I'm clipping this currently. I found all your friends, Princess. I want to talk to Lucky. Lucky gave me all their contact information. I'm clipping and shipping this to every one of your friends, being like, "Oh, Princess, don't give a fuck about you anymore. Just so you know, right? You can fuck
my
off
viewers
all
then?"
together, y'all." And the viewers, yeah, I'll see if I can get a hold of Tim the Tatman and he can give you a host, all right?
Oh,
All
cool.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
No
All
problem.
right. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I think we did a good job actually. I think this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was
This was
fun.
great. I loved it. Every single moment of it.
And I think that honestly, the two of the best guests that I could have obviously was you two. And I saw someone in the comments in the chat earlier saying that like us three was really good together. They were saying that it was like a good trio of us doing this. So I'm definitely going to want to have you on in the future, but I do have other guests planned for the next couple of ones. But I would love to have both of you on at some other point in the future as well, because you guys are two of my closest Twitch friends, I would say. Love your content, both of yours. We're gonna get more shoutouts as well. I did early, and now as well. And I love hanging out with you, either if it's on or off stream or anything. You guys are amazing. Both good streamers, so go check out Ryan Jacks and Princess Headshot as well. And thank you guys so much for taking time on your Sunday when you guys just want to watch some stupid ass television.
I want to watch you, but you're not live. Oh wait.
Well, I mean, like, I could go live on my YouTube account, Lowring, because I've actually got a big deal from YouTube. Allow Lowring.
Oh.
Lowring is a word for
How much
joke
money did you
in
get for
Swedish.
it?
YouTube gave me as much as I'm worthy of. They gave me $10. So yeah, I had to take it or leave it, and $10 I took it. I can't say. Yeah, exactly. Aris. Lauring is like psych. Exactly. That's true. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for that. I'm just going to wrap it up and we're going to host someone straight away because I'm not going to prolong this anymore. This is going up on YouTube as well. So, yada yada. I'm switching over here. Very nice. All right. So, thank you both very much. And I will see you later or another time. Something. I don't know.
I see you later, my man.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being here.
See ya. Goodbye.
See ya.